Hello, welcome back. Welcome back to another video of my channel. I'm Kishalay. Hope you all are doing well. So in this video, I'll talk about annual review system for PMRF fellowship. So all the PMRF fellows who is doing their PhD in different institutions across India, they have to go through an annual review process where a panel will be there. They'll evaluate your performance for last 1 year, and based on that, they will give you some rating. And based on the rating, the central PMRF committee will decide few decisions for you. For example, whether your fellowship will be continued or it will be stopped, whether you will be getting a warning that you have to improve, whether the committee is satisfied with your performance for last 1 year. So there are different things are there based on the rating that you are getting. So in this video, I will talk in detail about that annual review process that every PMRF is to go through every year. And in specific, I will talk about that when is the time that this review is conducted for PMRF fellows, what are the documents that you need to submit it, what are the different ratings that a fellow can get after the review system, and what are the impact of those ratings. So everything will be there in this particular video. And finally, I'll share my experience also, because I have gone through twice through this annual review process and how was my experience. So that will be the end part of this video. So if you want to know detail about it, please stay tuned in this video till end. And before starting the video, as I always say, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video to other people. And if you're new to this particular channel, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that whenever I upload new kind of videos, you will get instant notification. Without further delay, let's start into today's. So what is this annual review process? So as I was mentioning that all PMRF fellows has to go through this annual review process once in every year. And here a panel of professors will actually evaluate your performance. You have to present your work in front of them, and they will see how much work you have done, how much research work you have done for last 1 year. And if they are satisfied, they will give you good rating. If they are not satisfied, they will give you bad rating. And if they are kind of feel your work is kind of average, then they will give you average rating. And based on whether your rating is good, average, and bad, you'll be getting some sort of consequences. That means your performance, if your performance is not good, then probably your stipend will be stopped, or it can be deducted to institute fellowship. So any kind of consequences can happen. And every PMRF fellow has to go through this. So if you are someone who is thinking that once I get a PMRF fellowship during my PhD tenure, till the end of your PhD tenure, it will be continued. That's a misconception. Every year, this annual review process you have to go through, and they will evaluate your performance for last 1 year. And if they are not happy, if you haven't done anything in last 1 year, then your probably your fellowship will be affected. Now, when this annual review is being conducted every year, so as you know that you can join PMRF fellowship or you can get selected for PMRF fellowship twice in a year. That means during the January session once and during the July session. So these are two admission sessions for PhD fellows. So during that time, you can join PMRF fellowship if you have applied and if you got selected. Now, if you have got selected for PMRF fellowship in January, then your annual review process will happen next year during December. And if you are joining PMRF fellowship during July, then your annual review meeting will happen around May end till June midweek. So before the actual review process happens, where you have to face that panel of professors, you need to upload few documents into PMRF portal. And that you need to upload just 1 or 1.5 months before your actual review date. Now, what are documents that you need to upload? The first one is your annual research progress report. So that means whatever work you have done for last 1 year, you have to write in detail about it. And the page limit is 3 pages. So that means within 3 pages, you have to write everything that you have done for last 1 year in your respective research area, on which domain you are working or you are doing your PhD. So that is number one. Number two is that if in your last review, the review panel has suggested you few extra work that you have already presented. So what was your response to those extra work, whether you have done those experiments or those extra work? That also you need to write in your annual progress report. So whatever to-dos that is recommended or is suggested by the review panel last time, that also you need to include in your annual progress report. And third is your CV. So you also have to include 1-page CV. So all of these things you have to merge, and that will be your number one document. That's the first document that you have to upload. That is your annual progress report plus the to-dos of last review plus your curriculum vitae or CV. The second document that you have to upload is your PMRF TSEP report. So as you all know that if you are a PMRF fellow, you have to do external TSEP in some outside college or university. and you have to satisfy 50 hours of TSC for last 1 year. So you have to collect the certificates from the respective colleges, and that also you need to upload. So this is the second document that you have to upload. The third document is your consolidated PDF of all of your publications. So if you have some publications which is already published in some journal or conferences, you have to merge those PDF files, and that you have to upload. That is the total publications that you have so far. So these are primary documents, 3 primary documents that you have to upload in the main portal. Additionally, one thing that you have to upload is the presentation. So you will be presenting your last 1 year work in front of the panel. So that presentation you have to prepare, and you have to upload that also as a PDF file into the portal. Now, one more thing is that they recommend is that you prepare a video of your presentation and upload in the portal, so that if the committee want to listen to you before the review, they can listen to the video. But most of the time, people don't prepare a video. This is an optional thing. They don't like to upload it. Because preparing a video presentation is not so easy. Not everyone is a YouTuber that they can prepare a video easily. So most of the time people don't prepare this video. Personally, I have also didn't prepare the video anytime, though I am a YouTuber, but I didn't prepare this video and upload it. So this is an optional thing, and most of the time people skip it. Now, once you will upload all of your documents into the portal, within next few days, a letter of recommendation will be asked from your supervisor. So in PMRF portal, your supervisor and co-supervisor name is already uploaded. From there, they will retrieve the email ID, and they will send a link to your corresponding supervisor. So supervisor has to recommend you about your last 1 year work. They will give a feedback how well your work was for last 1 year. This is also very important. Why I'll come into it when I'll discuss about the rating. But yeah, letter of recommendation is something that your supervisor has to give you for your last 1 year progress, and he has to upload it into the link that will be provided to him in his or her personal email ID from the central PMRF. Now, the actual annual review interview. So typically, one of the panel members actually will connect with you. He or she will tell you the online link details, the time and date. So typically nowadays these interviews happen online. So a person from the panel will actually send you all the details. You have to join the link on that specific date in the specific time. So you will be asked to present your work within 10 minutes. So you have to prepare the slides accordingly. So typically they suggest you to prepare a 10 to 12 slides to present your work. So first 10 minutes you have to present your work, and following that there will be a 10 minutes of Q&A session where the panel members will ask you questions. There will be 4 to 5 people in the panel, and they will ask you questions, and they will be from your domain only. So if you're working on, suppose, machine learning, maybe theory part, then there will be professors from theory. If you're working in natural language processing or NLP, there will be professors from NLP. And some specific IIT will be responsible for your review. So from that particular IIT, few professors will come up and they will actually evaluate your session. Now, what are the ratings that are possible that can be given to you based on your performance in that review meeting and whatever will be presented as your work that you have done in the last 1 year? So on the high level, there are 3 possible ratings. There is a good rating, there is an average rating, and there is a very bad rating. So the first rating is rating 1. That means recommended with commendation. That means the committee is really happy, the panel is really happy about your work that you have done. They are very satisfied, and you have done all the requirements. You have satisfied all the requirements like TSC and all. You have done a good job in your research. Also, you might have some publications also. So in that case, they will give you a rating 1. That means recommended with commendation. The next rating is rating 2. Here it means progress is satisfactory. Your fellowship will be continued or restored to full fellowship if downgraded earlier. So if in your last review meeting, you got a rating, because of that your fellowship was downgraded, or maybe your fellowship was stopped, then it will be restored and it will be continued in the full fellowship. Because rating 2 means that you have done good job. Maybe your last rating was not that good, but this time for last 1 year, you have done really good job. You have met all the criteria, so you have satisfied. So that's why they are giving you 2, and your fellowship will be continued. Now coming to the third rating, that is rating 3. So there are 3 categories: 3A, 3B, and 3C. 3A means that your performance is not that good, but probably in the last time you got 1 or 2 rating. So because of that, your fellowship will be continued, but you will be given a warning. 3A means that for last 1 year, your performance is not satisfied, but because last year review we got 1 or 2, because last year your performance is good, so that's why you are given a warning and you're expecting to recover your performance in the next review cycle. So 3A is kind of warning. Now next is 3B. So 3B means that if last year you got 3A, that means you got a warning. Then this time if you're getting 3B, then your performance is not satisfactory. That's why your fellowship will be reduced to the institute level. That means if you're getting 70,000 or 75,000, it will go reduced to 37,000 or 42,000. That's the normal institute fellowship will be getting. The third one, the worst one is 3C. That means your performance is really, really bad. The minimal progress you have demonstrated for last 1 year. And if you're getting 3C, that means last time you got 3A or 3B. So if you got 3 or 3B last time and this time you're getting 3C, then your fellowship will be stopped. You will be removed from the PMRF fellowship and normal institute fellowship also. You won't be getting any fellowship, and kind of you have to survive with the minimum money that people used to get up by doing different TSCs in the institution. So these are the different categories of ratings that PMRF fellows used to get. 1 and 2 are really good. If you're getting 1 and 2, you are safe. 3A means you are getting a warning. 3B means you have already got a warning, but you still didn't improve. So your fellowship will be deducted to the institute level fellowship. And 3C means that you haven't done anything for last 1 year, very minimal work you have done. So that's why your stipend or your fellowship will be completely stopped. I will share my experience. So I have appeared through this annual review process twice till now. So last year during 2023 May, I appeared for the first time. And during that time, my last 1 year, actually the first 1.5 year of performance was evaluated. I joined PMRF as a DF fellow in 2022 January. And since 2022 January till 2023 May, the 1.5 year performance was evaluated in last time PMRF Annual review. So if you're a direct fellow, your performance will be evaluated after 1.5 year. So that is one exception. Now, in my last review, it was kind of okay type. I mean, I had a couple of papers, but the first paper that I had, the work I did before I actually got PMRF fellowship. So that's why the committee was not agreed to consider that as my prime work. So the first paper they didn't consider. Then I kind of presented my AAA work. So that was kind of the work that they have accepted. But they are asking me that your AAA work was completed by 2022 end. What you were doing in the first 6 months of 2023. So I had a paper, but that was actually under submission. So that I didn't present it that time. So this is how the mixed experience was there. It's kind of, they were asking me what was my work for each and every month of last 1.5 year. So I got a rating of 2 in my last review. And this time, last week only, my, the review session has happened. And this time they evaluated my performance since 2023 May till 2024 May, the last 1 year. This time, my experience was really good. I mean, the panel actually asked me to present my work. I have presented everything. I talked about my previous work also, whatever I presented last year and this year also. And the panel was really happy. So this time, again, the presentation was for 10 minutes and Q&A session for 10 minutes. But, they stopped me in between. They asked me questions from my first paper and then they asked me to present the second paper. So it's kind of a mix of things like present Q&A type of thing. But yeah, overall, I'm very satisfied with the recent annual review that I've gone through, and all the questions I was able to answer. The TSC also I have satisfied 50 hours. So yeah, everything was okay for this time annual review session. Now coming to the most crucial question, that how you will do well in this annual review process and how you can make sure that you are getting rating 1 and 2 and your fellowship won't be kind of affected. You will be getting all the contingency fund. The number one thing is that you have to satisfy these external TSC criteria. So those 50 hours which you are expected to fill up for last 1 year, that you have to satisfy, because this is a very strict criteria for PMRF that all the PMRF fellow must do external TSC in some external colleges or university. So that somehow you have to manage and you have to satisfy those 50 hours. So that is number one. The second thing is that try to get at least one paper in every year. So if you have one paper in every annual review session, then, even if you are not presenting well, probably they have a lot of questions, but if you have a good paper in some good journal or conferences, they will give you 2 or at least 3A. They won't give you 3B and 3C. If you have presented really well, you will get 1. If your presentation was average, you get 2. But if your presentation is really bad, but still if you have a paper, because you have a paper means you have contributed something to the research community, you have done some research, that's why you have a paper. So they will give you 3A at least. So that's why having a paper is always beneficial and always give you an edge. Now coming to the third case, suppose you don't have a paper, because it's not easy to get a paper. And I know those who are not from CSE background or maybe from EC background, like from other engineering background, for them getting a paper is really difficult. For CSE people, EC people, E people, we have a frequent submissions and we are getting publications frequently. But for others department, getting a paper is really, really difficult, because they have a long pipeline of gathering data, then a lot of research they have to do. The research, like mechanical department research, conducting research is also time consuming. So if you don't have a paper, then you have to really convince the committee, to really satisfy the committee with the quality of work that you have done for last 1 year. You have to showcase everything. Whatever work you have done for last 1 year, you have to show them, and you have to somehow convince them that you have done a lot of hard work, and probably within next few months, you'll be getting a paper out of it. And here your letter of recommendation from your professor will play a big role. If you have really done a significant work for last 1 year, but you still don't have a paper, your professor or supervisor also has to convey that in the letter of recommendation. If your supervisor is also saying that you have done good work, but getting a paper is not that easy in your particular stream, so that's why it is taking time, then the committee or the panel will listen to the letter of recommendation getting from your professor. So here actually LOR or letter of recommendation will play a very big role. So if you want to do well, make sure your TA requirement is satisfied and try to do good research or at least one publication, then you will get at least one. So that's it, guys. That's it about this video. I hope this video will be helpful for all the PMRF fellows who probably have joined recently and maybe will be appearing for the annual review session this time. Or probably there are a few students who are planning to join PhD and they're thinking about PMRF fellowship and they want to know about this annual review process. I think this video will be kind of a reference video for all of them. So if you have any doubt or query about PMRF fellowship, let me know in the comment section, or maybe you can connect with me through my mail, LinkedIn or Instagram. All the links are there in the channel description. You can go and refer to them. And if you are new to this particular channel, again, I'm requesting you, please subscribe to the channel. I'm close to 10,000 subscribers, so I'm waiting for your subscription. It's a free thing, so if you subscribe it gives me extra motivation. So please subscribe. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video to other people so that this video will get more and more reach. That's it about this video. I'll meet you in this video. Until then,